Armin, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on the live.
Welcome. Do you acknowledge that this is live and I can use the clips however I choose?
Yeah, of course, man.
All right. How can I help you? What business are you in?
I'm doing social media. So I'm starting up a martial arts brand. It's
Okay.
like very focused on building a new brand that's all about protecting other people. So it's not only just like boxing and the martial arts, it's also to do with just general like I feel like everyone's a protector deep down. So like financially, emotionally. So it's just building a brand that's like a community. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very new. So I've just got loads of products in and I'm working a lot on the design and also my personal brand because I believe they're very correlated. Like KSI and Logan Paul, they have Prime. Prime,
Mm-hmm.
in like a logical perspective, is, just like an average drink. But with Logan Paul and Jake, like with Logan Paul and KSI promoting it, it's huge, right?
Yeah.
So I believe they are very correlated. So I want kind of advice, both personal brand and my martial arts brand. But if you only have time for one, then I'm okay with
So
that
you
too.
can tie both. The goal, guys, with this new segment is to use social media to create a personal brand to scale your business. So you should be trying to use your personal brand to grow your martial arts brand,
Yeah.
right? So you say the martial arts brand is around protecting people.
Yeah, so it's called Protector Athletic, and the like slogan is that we believe in protecting others, because that's one of the
Okay.
reasons I started boxing. But I realized it's a lot deeper, especially as a man, but even as a woman, like protecting your child and looking after
Mhm.
them. So I believe everyone deep down should have like a protector role in them. So I got things like hand wraps for like boxing, lifting supports, wrist supports, stuff like that. So kind of accessories to do with for athletes and for fighters like boxing gloves. I'm getting in. So yeah, I'm an England boxing coach
Okay.
and a fitness trainer. So right now I'm at the gym I work at, but it's shut. So yeah, it's just me in it.
Okay, so are you
Yeah.
are you trying to teach people how to be protective, or you're just giving them tools on how they can better protect people?
Tools, but also kind of teaching boxing. So I do like some series. So I do like one series which is showing like deadly combinations. So it's kind of trying to make it a bit more interactive for like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
So yeah,
Do
that's
you
one of
have
my
a
goals.
do you have a Instagram?
Yeah, it's just my name, Armin Salvatore _.
Let me look at it.
Appreciate it.
Armin Armin Salvatore. Okay. So this is the specific brand.
Yeah. I said it's very new, so I've not actually really started doing the marketing side of it. Obviously, I've got the
Okay.
website, but yeah, I've spoken to a
Okay.
few guys on Fiverr, so they're doing some like 3D designs for me and stuff like that.
I mean, you got up to 30,000 followers. That's pretty good.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been
You got
posting for a long time, so
Okay, so you're teaching people. You got one video that went viral. Let me see. What's a woman's
yes.
superpower?
Yeah, so basically, my old content strategy was I was linking love, like relationships, because everyone, like a lot of people on Instagram, or just people in general, have been through heartbreak, or got into boxing because someone upset them and they want to get into it. So I started trying to get like relatable content where people was watching, so they could relate to it, and then draw them in with the educational side of the content and actually
Mhm.
helping people get into the sport as a healthy outlet instead of partying, instead of going out drinking, doing whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Join a gym and exert that anger you have or whatever in a positive direction. So that was my old strategy. But then I got a business coach and it was like, yeah, you're getting all these viral videos. And my videos was consistently getting loads of views. But how many sales was I getting like on my course and stuff like that? Very little. So instead now I'm doing like more or less purely either educational or entertainment content or motivational content, less of just like to do with relationships because it wasn't actually aligned with what I was trying to sell. Do you agree with that?
Right. So what was exactly kinda and no, but what exactly are you trying to sell now, or like is it the so just be clear with me. Are you trying to sell just the protective gear, or are you trying to sell how to fight? Because you gotta, which one is it?
Both. I have a course on that website, Protective. It's like it's a course,
Mhm.
becoming a better fighter. So it's on the same website as the Protective Athletic. It's got the Protective Athletic marketing on it. So I
Mhm.
sell ebook and courses within the brand as well. So I've got the products, the accessories, and within that there's also ebook slash courses. And I've actually made one of my ebooks free as well, in hopes to kind of give some value out for free. And I've started my YouTube as well. So that's
So
kind of my strategy.
why couldn't you just make, so if you had a system that was working, the viral
Yeah.
content that was like talking about relationships, why didn't you tie in the like, why didn't you tie in the relationship stuff to being a protector and then using that same logic? Like if I'm looking at this video, right, and it says what's a woman's superpower, that did 4 million fucking views, 300,000 followers, 300,000 likes, right? Why don't you talk about women protecting themselves, or a man's superpower, and that's taking care of his family? Like you could
Yeah.
use the same elements that went viral to teach basics of how to fight and also what you should use when you're fighting. I don't think you should go solely on just educational, because you got to reach an audience somehow. But you had something that was working. Just
Yeah.
figure out how you can tie in the virality plus what your message is. It might take a little bit of time, but
Yeah.
I don't know about completely getting rid of that system that was working. Because let me look at another one. Let me just see. So okay, the two videos that went the most viral, a woman's superpower, right? Basically
Yeah.
helping a man become basically bringing a man peace, right?
Correct.
Right. So how about we just tie that into basic women also learning how to protect themselves? Or you can flip it, like a man's power, being a protector of his family,
Mhm.
right? And you can give basics on how to be a fighter.
Yeah.
You can use real world examples of a woman that can defend herself, that also protects herself, and is also caring and loving with her man. So I don't think you should completely get rid of that kind of content and just go solely educational, because there needs to become some kind of like something that's relatable.
Yeah.
Are
No,
you
that's
doing what I'm
very
saying?
true. Yeah, 100%. I actually spoke to Kyle, in the same industry as you. I spoke to Kyle, and I kind of
Mhm.
listened to his advice on it. But yeah, no, I do agree with that. That's interesting perspective, because that's what I had a lot of success with. Like video after video would get so many views, and then ever since I dropped to doing like just educational content, it just didn't. I didn't
So
get
you
very many. Yeah.
right, the educational content, if you don't have authority, it's gonna be tough, right? Because the advice is not really relatable. You need to tie the educational content with a feeling, with an emotion. And that's what you were doing with this is a woman's superpower. You are making people
Yeah.
feel something. So see how you can tie those two together. How do I tie in women having a superpower and getting that emotion, and also teaching them how to protect themselves?
Hmm.
So that way you're getting the emotion, but you're also tying your business into this.
Yeah.
So the frame should be emotion, right? Education, emotion, education.
Yeah.
So practice with that. How do you create the same emotion that you were getting with the viral videos, and how do you tie in educational stuff behind that?
Yeah. So you're saying like have a hook that's quite like almost just draws in emotion, or like the
Exactly.
other way around, and yeah, draw an emotion and then link it into like a
Yeah.
yeah, something
Emotion,
to make.
and emotion can be positive or negative. You can have
Yeah.
emotion that is very painful, like a woman, somebody being bullied, right? That's a
Yeah.
negative emotion. Like a woman, being uncomfortable in a weird position with a guy or some shit like that. And then that's something that's very relatable. And then you could talk about simple tips on how to defend yourself. So now you're tying the educational stuff with the emotion that will bring people in.
Yeah. Yeah,
Does that make
definitely.
sense?
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate that advice. And I just wanted to get your perspective as someone who's obviously grown their socials massively. I have a kind of a network connection with someone in my niche, in like martial arts, sort of fitness motivation. He's got
Mhm.
like millions of followers in total. And he was telling me like to post now twice a day, just keep pushing content. Yeah, quality content. But he was like post twice a day on all platforms and really go hard. And I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks, twice a day, almost treating it like a full-time job alongside my job and coaching. But like, what's
Yeah.
your opinion in terms of scheduling with posts? Because yeah, just what's your intake on that?
I mean, you need to make content in the batch. In order for that to be sustainable, you can't it can't be an everyday thing, or else you're gonna feel very overwhelmed. I would just pick out a day or two that where you're gonna film the content that you're gonna film for the rest of the week. That's what I do. I
Hmm.
film on Fridays with my editor,
Yeah.
and then you take some time to plan out what exactly you're gonna film,
Hmm.
and then on that day specifically, you film that content.
No, I don't mean in terms of filming because I literally do the same. Normally,
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday when the gym
Mhm.
shut, I'll come and just film for the week at least. But I mean in terms of actually posting the content, like how frequent would you
Yeah,
recommend
I
posting
think
on all
I think
platforms?
definitely twice a day is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it has to be good. Don't just
Okay.
post some bullshit just to post some bullshit. I think you already have a formula that works, that you've been proven to work, and you went completely on the opposite spectrum. Figure
Yeah.
out how you can tie in what already worked with what you're trying to do. And I think it's not as impossible as you're making it seem. Emotion, education.
Yeah.
So do that, post twice a day, right? Be consistent, figure out, even if it listen, even if even if it takes you only posting once a day for now, right? But you know that the content you're going to post is aligned with that emotion and education. I would rather you do that until you can get the hang of it, and then you could ramp it back up to twice a day.
Okay.
Does that make
And would
sense?
you say stick to that niche for every single video, or would you recommend like in my current schedule, I've got like post like Monday post one, boxing motivation, Monday post two, uh, tutorial. Like every different days are like different topics. Would you
Okay.
recommend that, or just have like every single day has to be this niche and just push it hard? What would you
Okay.
recommend?
It depends on what you want. What do you want? Do you want to be broad or do you want to get super specific? Like you can do every day, it can be something different, but I don't know if that's gonna get you closer to what your goal is, which is building your business.
Yeah, so I've
Does that
got
make
like
sense?
so yeah, and that's another thing I was going to ask you. Sorry, I know I'm taking up a lot of your time, but like with the building a business, like obviously I want to build my brand Protective Athletic, but obviously I want to build myself. Would you say it's worth just not like stopping the Protective Athletic, but just fully focus on my brand for a while, like my personal brand, or do you reckon doing both at once is still feasible, or am I just trying to do way too much? Because I want to also scale my Protective Athletic account, stop posting every day. Would you recommend prioritizing one or doing both at the same time?
I think you should combine them. I think you right now your content is already around boxing and
Yeah.
tutorials and coaching. It
Hmm.
can just, instead of you trying to do two separate things, which is going to make it incredibly difficult. I
Yeah.
think you should make your brand and yourself be one in together. So I'm making this content because I know I'm trying to garner emotion and education, and I'm also teaching people how to protect themselves. It's all a funnel, right? Somebody
Yeah.
should land on your page because they saw content that prompted emotion. They got a tutorial on how they can protect themselves, which is what you teach, protective flare or whatever. And then they have resources on how to protect themselves. They have the tools, they know where to go, and you're the person that they can come to.
Yeah.
So make the brand you. So you're not trying to separate it and do two things at once. And then you can include some stuff. Some of that education can be how to wrap your hands,
Yeah.
how to do this. You can include that in the content that you're already making.
And do you think it's a good idea? It's like, for example, I made one of my like ebooks for free. I was
Of
used to
course.
charge for it, but I was like, you know what, I'll make it for free. Do you think that's a good idea? Because I've got a paid course. It's like £15.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you reckon it's good to have a free training and just almost keep promoting that and then trying to link that into okay, if you like that, you will like the course.
So yeah,
What's your
I
thoughts?
mean, lead magnets are a wonderful way to get clientele because they build reciprocity, right? people,
Yeah.
you give somebody something for free, if they get value enough from it, they're more inclined to pay you. So I would actually create more free lead magnets, but you should have some kind of email you're getting from this. Does that make sense?
What would you use to set up them? Because obviously I've just got it on my Shopify store and I've just made it free on the store. Do you use
so
like
you need an email sequence. You need something where if you're giving a free lead magnet, that they're exchanging the email for that, and then you're just giving them tips. You can set up email campaigns. They're not that complicated. Email campaigns, or you can get some kind of knowledge behind this. And then guys, I'm gonna consider doing all this for you guys in the future, but you should have free lead magnets where you're offering value around the problems that your audience is gonna face, right? And then you're gonna get their email, and then you're gonna be giving them free value, and then you're gonna be pitching your services or your courses, right? Once a month, once every other week. That's how email sequence goes. Value for email, more value. Here's how I can help you solve your problems. That's your service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, man. I gotta get going.
Appreciate your time. Thanks, brother.
All right, man. Have a good one.